How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and that's right, it's time for more Pokemon Sword and Shield! The Sword and Shield walkthrough. So, whoops, that's not where I want to go. I want to go to Hammerlock, because we need to save the day from the darkest day. So, let's head on over there, now that I have retrieved the rusted sword, or rusted shield if you're playing Pokemon Shield. Heal up your Pokemon if you need. Actually, I don't know if you get healed before all this, but yeah, anyway. Let's see what's going on. Well, if it isn't Marriland and Hop, it's a real shame the way things have turned out. You make it all the way to the championship match, then something like this has to happen. And Chairman Rose thinking that the energy pouring for the darkest day would somehow be the key to saving Galar's future. It all seems a bit mad if you ask me. I can't follow at all how that's supposed to work. Well, I don't care if I'm up against the darkest day or the chairman or whatever. I'm going ahead. I'm off to help my brother. Yeah, you go, Hop. And he's gone. That Hop never changes. Always in a rush about something, isn't he? The key thing is that no one's been harmed. We gym leaders worked together with the city's Pokemon and we got everyone evacuated. And you're fixing to help our champion, to save everyone in the Galar region. Of course I am. Our greatest ever champion and the greatest ever challenger, along with his fiercest rival, all teaming up against the darkest day. I almost feel sorry for it. Go on then, our greatest challenger. Into Hammerlock Stadium with you. Yeah, let's go. Into Hammerlock Stadium to stop the darkest day. Oh, it's you again. Gym Challenger, you must help me. I mean, please, help me. My Pokemon suddenly Dynamaxed for some reason and started running amok in the stadium. Mr. Ryan was able to subdue the Dynamax Pokemon in the stadium, but if other Pokemon also Dynamax and go on a rampage, the underground power plant would collapse. Mr. Rose is down there right now. I know this is selfish of me, but I must beg of your assistance. I want you to head into the underground power plant and stop Mr. Rose. Mr. Rose has awakened a Pokemon known as Eternatus. Apparently, the energy emitted from its body is what causes Dynamaxing. At this rate, all the Pokemon in the Galar region will Dynamax and go berserk. If that were to happen, please, you must save Mr. Rose. You can take the lift over there to reach him. I've enlisted the help of the champion's younger brother too, but who knows what is going on. Oh man. Alright, let's go. The energy plant. What's going on? What is all this? We need to help Lee! And what do you plan on doing, Gym Challenger? Stopping the darkest day, helping the champion. I'm stopping the darkest day. Pardon. What are you talking about? There's nothing to stop now. We've already brought about the darkest day. Or should I say, the ultimate Pokemon, Eternatus. Must I explain myself? From your perspective, I suppose it must seem that I am doing something terrible. I don't expect you to understand, but I must provide the Galar region with limitless energy to ensure everlasting prosperity. It is my purpose, my duty, my destiny. That's why we've been giving the wishing stars to Eternatus. Surely you remember the red light that caused a ruckus around Hammerlock. That was all part of our experiments to awaken Eternatus. You must understand, I can't let you interfere with my plan to protect the future of Galar. Here we go. You are challenged by Macrocosmos' Rose. Chairman Rose himself. And he has a team full of Steel-type Pokemon, of course. Yeah, he leads with his Escavalier. This thing has a lot of attack and a lot of defense, so you gotta watch out for it. If I can switch over to my nice, lovely fire type Cinderace, I'll be in business. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, anyway, Chairman Rose. Yeah, he is the quote-unquote evil team leader. So yeah, this thing has Swords Dance, as you can see, which is very scary because it has a very high attack stat as it is. And on top of that, it has pretty good coverage. It has Iron Head and Mega Horn to hit for heavy stab damage, but then it also has Drill Run to counter any fire types. So hopefully Pyro Ball will hit. Otherwise, I'm gonna be in trouble. Yeah, the good news is a fire type move is pretty assured to take it down. But yeah, it does pose a threat if you get on the wrong end of its Swords Dance. You're pretty tough. Yes, entirely too tough. Don't you think that's unfair? Yeah, he's interesting to say the least. All right, the good news is fire types will do really well here. Really well. I'm actually going to, let's see, Kling Clang. You know what? Honestly, I'll use another type. There's actually a lot of types, of course. Steel does resist a lot of things, but thankfully I have quite a few things that it completely handles. So again, fighting, ground, these are also things that can handle it. Otherwise, things like dark or ghost or water or electric are also neutral. That's pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and Earthquake this Kling Clang. So this thing, it has Assurance. Ooh, that's not the end of the world or anything. But yeah, Gear Grind, Wild Charge, these are both things that this has that can do some damage. Gear Grind hits twice, so that could be kind of annoying. Although I'd love it if he used that against something with a Rocky Helmet. That'd be really nice. Alright. Final Gambit. That's an interesting move. It's not one I want to teach. But yeah, the user faints, and then it does damage equal to its HP. So it's basically like a, I will take you down, even if it costs me everything. Not gonna teach it, but it's an interesting move that not a lot of Pokemon can learn. Ferrothorn, or Ferrothorn. Let's switch back out to Cinderace here. Again, this thing is super weak to fire, being Grass Steel type. It has a lot of defensive stats too, so it might be a little tricky to take down. It's slow, and it will use Gyro Ball to hit for pretty heavy Steel type damage. Also has Power Whip, Body Press, and Curse. If it uses Curse a few times and then Body Press, that's not good. But again, a fire type move should be all it takes to take it down. Maybe two, depending on how strong it is, if you have Stab or anything. But yeah, there we go. Not too bad. It does have Iron Barbs though, so keep in mind if you do make contact with it, you'll take some damage and recoil. Berserker, the evolution of Galarian Meowth. Steel type, pure Steel type. I think we'll send out, let's actually send out Sirfetch'd for this one. Should be fine. It is packing Shadow Claw and Throat Chop though, for doing a little bit of extra damage. Shouldn't really affect much, but just things to be mindful of. Let's go ahead and use Revenge. I have a feeling like this thing will outspeed me anyway. Oh, it's using Screech, so Revenge, not actually the best bet here. Screech is something to watch out for, because having your defense lowered by 2 stages, that's effectively halving your defense. So that's a little on the scary side. Now, I'm gonna hope that he uses a full restore here. Oh, well, he didn't, but I'm faster, so that's fine. All worked out the same. Yeah, no, I definitely want to switch out my Sirfetch'd, because I don't want to have all that. Okay, so here's his main Pokemon, Caparaja. So this thing is capable of Gigantamaxing, so you have to watch out for that. It's packing Heavy Slam, but it'll probably use its G-Max move instead. I'm gonna switch out for my Regius here. And of course, you can Dynamax or Gigantamax here as well. Oh, down to my last Pokemon. This isn't looking too good. Alright, well, let's go for it. I'm gonna go ahead and use Max Quake. So it's also packing a ground and psychic type move, so just be mindful of that. Because that will counter fire types or fighting types. So ground type will be the way to go. I'll show you a move that'll hit so hard you'll be speechless. Well, we'll see about that. Oh yeah. Alright, how hard will it hit? Will I be speechless? Let's find out. Alright then, hopefully this move will turn things around for me. G-Max Steel Surge. Oh boy. Yeah, so it looks like that sets up some spikes, which is kind of scary, but should be fine. Okay, anyway, I think we have the fight here. But yeah, definitely want to watch out for Copperajah. Star of his show, his Gigantamax. Pretty bulky, but otherwise pure steel type. I'd forgotten how great Pokemon battles are. It's been so long since I battled. That sure was satisfying. Most impressive, Marriland. I wouldn't expect any less from a challenger endorsed by the strongest champion ever to grace our beloved Galar region. I really do wish I could have seen the championship match between you two. And I'm terribly sorry to have ruined the whole gym challenge and everything. It's too bad, but it can't be helped. In order to solve the energy issue as soon as possible, we awakened Eternatus, but we couldn't control it. The champion came to aid me, even at the cost of abandoning the match. Indeed, just like a knight in shining armor coming to rescue a princess from a dragon. I do tend to ramble on, I know. I love to make speeches. But I think I can stop talking now. I think the champion should have captured Eternatus by now. If you're curious, you can take the lift up. And I trust you'll be going too, right, Hop? I certainly hope losing to me didn't discourage you too much. Go on now, both of you. Go see how our champion is doing. Discouraged? You don't get it, do you, Chairman? Neither me nor my Pokemon are anywhere near giving up. We've learned how to be strong thanks to the gym challenge you organized. See, here's the thing with Rose, alright? I'm gonna talk for just a moment about my thoughts on him. Of course, I won't stop you. Head up via the lift if you wish. So, I feel like he could have been done better, but I feel like I really like him as a character. The things that hold me back are the fact that he's worried about an energy crisis 1,000 years in the future. I think it would have been way better if it were like 10 years or even 50 years, seeing that, hey, there's a problem and we need to fix it. And the first time I played, when he was talking with Leon up on Rose Tower, I actually kind of agreed with him for the most part. I mean, if it would have been a little bit more imminent, that's really the thing. But, you know, here we were thinking of ourselves rather than thinking of the fate of Galar. I think they could have shaped Rose better, where his heart was in the right place, but he just made a mistake. And he's not perfect, but I feel as far as villains go, I like him. And I try to think of it in that light instead of how they portrayed it, like 1,000 years in the future. And, oh yeah, you know, Darkest Day, let's bring it about. I think they came so close to having like a quote-unquote evil team leader that you actually kind of agreed with. Anyway, that's just my opinion on it. I really like his character. I know a lot of people didn't like that, but I think that they were on the right track. All right, Marriland, I'm ready for anything. Are you? Of course. Wouldn't expect any less from my rival. Now, come on, we've got to help Lee. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna warn you in advance. Probably don't want to have a fighting type Pokemon as your lead position. I'm gonna lead with a psychic type for reasons. Although I guess ice would work as well, ground would work, but yeah. Anyway. Whoa. You came to help me in spite of the danger. Thanks, Hop. And you, Marriland. You two have grown tremendously. But no need for you kids to worry. It seems like some power of Eternatus's was keeping my team from Dynamaxing, but we've had a champion time all the same. Charizard and the rest of my champion team members have really worn Eternatus down. Now if I can simply catch it in a Pokeball, we should be able to get this madness under control. Then everything will be back to normal. So watch this! It's going to be a real champion catch! Oh dear. Whoa. Telling me you can't afford Ultra Balls. Anyway, I guess it's my turn for Eternatus. Oh yeah. Okay, so this thing is, it's fairly strong. It's level 60. Well, I'm level 61, but that's beside the point. Poison Dragon type. Rather interesting typing there. And, well, I mean, you know, he should have done what I did, right? And just use a Quick Ball. But you can't. Yeah, that's right. For this fight, you can't throw Pokeballs at it, so don't even worry. Thankfully, it doesn't, like, waste your turn or anything. It just says you can't use it. So, yeah, let's see. I'm gonna try to take this thing down, but it has some pretty wide coverage on its moves. Dragon Pulse, pretty solid Psychic type, or not Psychic type, Dragon type move. I'm using a Psychic type move, because that's what you want to do against it. Psychic, Ground, Dragon, Ice. These are just some of the things I can think of that are pretty effective against it. It does a lot of damage, though, and I'm a little worried because it has something else strong. Cross Poison shouldn't be too bad, right? Yeah, that's not too bad. Getting poisoned isn't great. It also has Flamethrower, which I'm a little worried about, as well as its signature move, Dynamax Cannon. But anyway, 2 blasts of Psychic is enough to take it down. Or maybe not. Uh-oh, what have I done? It's Eternatus's Eternamax form. Oh man. Wow, it's huge! Let's take it on together, Marriland. So yeah, this is kind of like a raid battle, where you have to fight this thing. And, well, don't worry too much about it. Just use moves. Just use moves. Or try. You can't use any. What? I can't use any moves. Yeah, don't worry about wasting any resources or using items or anything like that. I forgot! We found the Sword and Shield in the Slumbering Weald! Marriland, use that sword! It might be old and rusted, but there's gotta be some use to it. Leave it to me. Oh yeah, there we go! So Zacian's Intrepid Sword raises its attack as soon as the battle starts. Zamazenta's Dauntless Shield raises its defense. And yeah, we have to fight against Eternatus once again. So yeah, we're now aided by the legendary Pokemon Zamazenta as well as Zacian. Both of them, regardless of which version you're playing. So yeah, they are pretty good at handling this fight. So that's kind of nice to know. I'm gonna go ahead and use Psychic here. This thing has an absolute mountain of defense, but it's okay. It shouldn't really matter. Just keep hitting it. It's kind of a storyline fight. You can lose, but you have a lot of health, which is pretty helpful here. Howl will raise your whole party's attack, which is kind of nice. Zamazenta is setting up Light Screen, which will be actually tremendously helpful. Eternatus, it will attack every turn using max moves, and as you can see, they can hit pretty hard. So you gotta watch out for that. Lowers everyone's attack, unfortunately. Yeah, that Psychic didn't do very much. Hey, looks like we can use our moves now, thanks to Zacian and Zamazenta, that is. And yeah, good job. Double this thing. Alright, anyway, looks like Zacian and Zamazenta are both attacking. That's pretty helpful. We'll see how much they do by comparison. Zacian using Behemoth Blade. Doing more against Dynamax Pokemon. Bam! Look at that. Yeah, like I said, they will pretty much carry the fight. Especially Zacian, although Zamazenta's good at helping protect you as well. That Light Screen's really helpful. Yeah, not as much damage, but still a lot. Still probably more than my Orbeetle will do. Max Flare, uh-oh. Uh-oh! Stupid double. Oh, just burn that thing, would you, please? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool fight. Like, honestly, those two do so much of the work. Uh-oh. Ow. Yeah, it hits really hard. Remember, that was behind a light screen, too. Alright, well, let's go ahead and finish this. Let's go, Zacian! Or Zamazenta. Yeah. This is it! Hurry, Marriland! Try to catch Eternatus now! Well, they don't give me a choice. Alright, yeah, let's catch it in something cool. You know what? I could catch it in this Dream Ball. I bet it'd look pretty neat in that. It will be caught 100% of the time, so feel free to use whichever ball you think it'd look pretty in. Aw, yeah. Three days later. So, Chairman Rose turned himself in then. Never thought I'd live to see the day. He awoke Eternatus and nearly caused a catastrophe for the entire region. You reap what you sow, I say. See, I think they could have done it better. I think they came close. I would have loved to have seen a really ambiguous villain like that who, you know, wanted the right thing and, like, genuinely, and then would lead the player to think, wow, maybe we were wrong. Like, that would be such a cool concept. They came close. They came close, but oh well. I don't know about you, but I slept like the dead. Oh my gosh. Everyone's still talking about what happened, but at least things are back to normal now. We really did defeat Eternatus together with Zamazenta and Zacian. And still Lee's, well, he's being Lee, insisting on having a championship match with you today. It's a bit much, isn't it? You sure you're up for it? I'm not even too sure about him. He was out cold and hurt pretty badly himself during all that mess. I do understand how he feels, though. Feels like I've been waiting forever to get to see you and him face off in a serious match. So come on, the match will be at Wyndham Stadium. Wyndham Stadium, not Wyndham. Where else? Oh boy. Oh yeah, so I should probably talk about this Eternatus, shouldn't I? So let's go in here and take a look at this thing wherever it may be. Here it is. Yeah, so I know it looked really, really cool in its Eternamax form, but no, you as the player are not able to Gigantamax or Eternamax it, or even Dynamax it in general. It is incapable of Dynamaxing, period. However, its Dynamax cannon is very strong just right from the get-go. 100 power, 100 accuracy, but it does double damage to the target if it's Dynamaxed. This thing is fantastic for max raid battles. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah. Anyway, without going into too much, but just to let you know what to expect, no, you cannot get Zacian or Zamazenta before beating the game. So don't worry too much about that. You get Eternatus here, but you're not going to be able to get either of the other two until after that. So don't feel like you're missing out on anything. Don't feel like, oh, did I do something right? Do I have to go back somewhere? It'll be taken care of later, don't worry. Now, Eternatus is a very good Pokemon to add to your team right away. Level 60. Feel free to do that if you so desire. I'm not. I'm going to go in with this team. They've been working fairly well, things considered. Although I don't really know what I'm going to do against a certain Pokemon. I bet you can guess which one. Charizard. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, we know who we need to fight next. So we're going to take on the champion and have a champion time in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time, everyone. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my YouTube channel, and turn on notifications to get updated. Be sure to check out my website for more Pokemon Sword and Shield coverage, including a full mobile-friendly Pokédex, a powerful team builder, and a written walkthrough. See you next time!